Retain is the first federally funded early intervention effort to integrate healthcare and employment services to help people stay at work or return to work after a work-limiting injury or illness. It is led by the United States Department of Labor's Office of Disability Employment Policy, ODEP, in partnership with DOL's Employment and Training Administration, Chief Evaluation Office, and the Social Security Administration. In Retain Phase 2, 5 states, Kansas, Kentucky, Minnesota, Ohio, and Vermont participated. Here are their stories.
Yeah, Vermont is such a beautiful place. It can be easy for people who visit to forget that there's real people here with real problems, living with disabilities.
James, my husband, and I have learned how to work outside together, which is fun. He does all the work and I watch him. I mean, I can sit there and encourage him, but that's...
Root me on.
Work harder. My name is Julie and I am a fundraiser. I work at the Geisel School of Medicine at Dartmouth College. I have long COVID, which is COVID that doesn't go away. So something's happened inside my body. My autoimmune system is all out of whack. So I worked for 6 months. That was probably the toughest 6 months I can think of in a long time, because it really was trying to muscle your way through an illness without any tools to deal with it. It was really tough. I had trouble taking notes. I would get fatigued easily. What I knew was I wasn't the same person that I was before I had COVID.
I try to tailor the services that we provide to meet the individual needs of the participant. I helped Julie meet her work health goals by a lot of time being a sounding board, just helping her think through things and talk through things as she was revising her accommodations.
I've gotten a couple infections in the last 2 months that have been just devastating. I actually had a mental health crisis at one point. I got some feedback at work that I found distressing. I had a meeting with my occupational therapist that week and I said, you know, I don't think I can do this. And she said, there's one thing we haven't tried. Vermont Retain. And I'm like, what is that? And she said, well, why don't we try? They're work coaches and they're stay-at-work coaches.
Vermont Retain worked closely with Julie to ensure she had the accommodations and support she needed to succeed at her job. Derek, her work health coach, helped her accept how her abilities had changed and regain her sense of self-worth.
I didn't know what to expect from a work coach. And what I got was an immense amount of support. Derek knew me as a person. Derek knew what my challenges were.
She's wonderful in that she doesn't reject help, she embraces help, and that's a strength. And she's very articulate. She's a great spokesperson for people with non-visible disabilities.
Vermont Retain was a key element in keeping me employed, helping me work through an incredibly difficult period of my life.
Vermont Retain helped Julie create a work health plan that ensured she could continue working safely and efficiently. The accommodations recommended were low cost and easy to implement. The support allowed her to continue to be a healthy and productive employee.
What we do at Retain, and what I think Julie's story exemplifies, is helping people develop the skills and their voice and their confidence and their understanding of the system to be able to advocate for themselves and what they need.
And all of a sudden, instead of feeling less than because I was disabled, I felt equal too. I was like, I can do this now. I've got the skill set from occupational therapy. I've got the work support from Vermont Retain. I can do this.
We can make enormous impact on health equity, on economic equity, on strengthening workforces, on building healthier communities.
It's impossible to advocate by yourself, but when you're working with someone, you can learn how to advocate better for yourself in the work environment. Vermont Retain made that possible for me in a way that I didn't understand I needed, and I can't live without.